All right, let's get into it. Today, we're not just learning 6 new words, we're actually mastering a really powerful technique to make them stick. Think of it like a quick, intense workout for your vocabulary. Let's begin.
So here's the deal. The goal isn't just about finding the right answer. It's about discovering a method, a little trick for locking in the meaning of pretty much any new word you come across. Ready to put it to the test?
Awesome. We're kicking things off with 2 words that describe some pretty powerful feelings and states of being. Your first challenge is coming right up.
Okay, first up, exasperate. Just take a look at the word. What kind of feeling does that give you? Think about a time you might have heard it or even used it. What does it really mean to exasperate someone?
So your options are A, distract, B, inspire, C, calm, or D, annoy. What do you think? Take a second, lock in your answer.
And the answer is D, annoy. But this is where we see our core technique in action. The absolute fastest way to lock in a word's meaning is to know what it is and what it is not. To exasperate is to annoy, and its direct opposite from our list is to calm. That contrast right there makes the definition super sharp.
Nice work on that one. Let's move to our next word and see how this whole thing builds. Here we have enervate. Now, it might look a little like energize, but be careful. This one's a bit of a trickster. What's your gut telling you?
Does enervate mean strengthen? B, revive. C, motivate, or D, exhaust?
The correct synonym here is D, exhaust. To enervate something is to weaken it, to drain it of its energy. And this is a brilliant example of our technique. The most powerful opposite on our list is A, strengthen. The moment you realize that to enervate is the opposite of to strengthen, its meaning becomes crystal clear. It's not just about being tired, it's about a total loss of power.
You crushed that first section. Now we're going to switch gears. We're shifting from feelings to actions. These are words that describe how people actually behave and approach the world.
Let's start with this one, vigilant. This describes a specific kind of action, or maybe more like a state of readiness for action. What does it mean to be vigilant?
Our choices are A, inattentive, B, sleepy, C, alert, or D, careless. Now notice something here. 3 of these options are describing a lack of something. That is a huge clue. And there you have it. To be vigilant is to be alert and watchful. And its direct opposite? Well, that's being inattentive or careless. By setting up this really clear contrast, the definition just clicks right into place. A vigilant guard is alert, and an inattentive guard is not. Simple and really powerful.
All right, next up in our action words, reckless. This one has a bit of danger to it, doesn't it? When someone acts in a reckless way, what are the possible consequences? What does their behavior look like?
So is it A, prudent, B, cautious, C, careful, or D, rash? Notice again, 3 of these words share a common theme, while one of them stands out as the total opposite.
A reckless action is a D, rash one, done hastily, without thinking. And look at that fantastic opposite we have in option A, prudent. Prudence is all about wisdom and careful thought. So the key is this. Recklessness is the absence of prudence. Understanding one helps you master the other.
Let's round out this section with a really positive word, almost the perfect counterpoint to reckless. The word is diligent. How would you describe a diligent student or a diligent worker? Are they A, idle, B, careless, C, indolent, or D, hardworking? Fun fact, idle and indolent are very close cousins. They both basically mean lazy. That should help you narrow it down. Of course, a diligent person is D, hardworking. And the starkest contrast here is with being idle. You are either diligent and applying effort, or you are idle and doing nothing. That opposition is what makes the meaning so strong and so memorable.
You're doing great. For our final word, we're going to add another layer to our technique. So what happens when you don't have a perfect, clean opposite in your choices? Let's see it in action.
The word is encumbrance. Now, look at the potential related ideas. Burden and obstacle. They definitely belong together, but offend and ignore describe completely different actions. When there's no direct antonym, the technique is to group the related concepts. This isolates the correct meaning by showing what simply doesn't fit.
By sorting those concepts, it becomes obvious that the correct synonym is obstacle, and encumbrance is a burden that gets in your way. And just like that, you've completed the workout.
But more importantly, you've just practiced a powerful, repeatable method for learning new words. Let's formalize it.
Here is your toolkit for mastering any new word. First, you define it. Get the core meaning. Second, and this is the most powerful step, you find its opposite. That contrast locks it in your mind. And third, if there's no clear opposite, you group the ideas, sorting the synonyms from the concepts that just don't belong. It's a 3-step process you can use anytime.
You came here for 6 words, but you're leaving with a tool that can help you master hundreds. So the only question left is, what powerful new word are you going to tackle next?